If you are here watching this video, chances are you are a holder of Bitcoin or Ethereum, or at least some type of cryptocurrency as an asset. If not, you might be someone who is very curious about crypto and is on the verge of becoming an investor. While we do not necessarily give out all the information regarding this space, we try our best to keep you guys updated on the latest trends and news in the market. Right now, the biggest thing everyone has been on the lookout for is the merge in Ethereum that is set to happen anytime in September. All hands are on deck as the community braces for the biggest change to happen in crypto. And we only have one question in mind. Are you joining into? This is Diversified Streams, your go-to YouTube channel for all things crypto. If you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on the latest news and tips related to crypto, and make sure to keep your notifications on so you'll be updated with our latest videos. We post frequently so you wouldn't want to miss it. In today's video, as the title already suggests, we'll be looking at the numbers for Bitcoin and a lot of crypto and discuss how these statistics could signal the bullish behavior that is about to unravel in the space. We have some pretty exciting things to share with you, so let's get onto it right now. If you hold Ethereum, you probably have less time than you think you have before the last Goerli testnet merge becomes live. The Goerli testnet merge is the last testnet that will take place before the mainnet merge, which is an indication that the merge is about to happen soon, maybe in about a month. Once the Ethereum mainnet merges with the beacon chain proof-of-stake system, we will be seeing the end of the proof-of-work Ethereum, and the complete adoption of the proof-of-stake, which will be setting the platform for other upgrades. The merge will supposedly reduce the consumption of energy by Ethereum by 99.95%, which is a green flag for those who are advocates of sustainability and green trading. In addition to the upgrade, the merge will also open doors for the array of layer 2s that will be of help in mediating the fees in Ethereum, as well as the supply and demand. This will make the network much more appealing to investors, and given the fact that majority of the world does not know of the merge yet and what impact it will have on Ethereum, we can definitely see a swarm of investors trying to take advantage of what is to come. Just to give it some thought, the sell pressure in Ethereum drops by 8 billion each year. Today, the number of Earth issues stands at around 4.5 million, and after the merge, it will only be around 600,000. The post-merge activity will translate to a negative issuance because of the EIP 1559 burn rate, which will paint Ethereum as deflationary in many aspects. And as what we have correctly predicted, this is something we'll see because Ethereum is pumping into the merge, and the network is certainly keeping up with Bitcoin. It is a battle between the two, and it is something you don't want to miss out, so you should definitely keep tabs on what is happening between the two assets. If you compare the charts of Ethereum and Bitcoin, you will see that Ethereum is beginning to thin out the gaps between the all-time highs of Bitcoin as well as its own performance. And this is the closest we've seen the two go head-to-head. Ethereum versus Bitcoin looks like some rivalry of some sort, like Superman versus Batman. But really, it is something worth studying because both assets are on the track to being bullish. Do you think that Ethereum will be able to keep this performance though, going side to side with Bitcoin and ultimately being bullish? Let us know your thoughts by commenting in the comments down below. We want to see your opinions on this one, so we can start a meaningful conversation as a community. Also, we would greatly appreciate it if you can give us a like or subscribe. Your kind gesture definitely helps the channel, so we'd appreciate it if you can show us some support. And back to our regular programming, this is just a personal insight of mine, which may be different from yours. But while we are definitely seeing some signs that Ethereum and Bitcoin might be bullish soon, there is not enough volume and momentum exhibited in the market. These two give us a more defined sense of assurance that what we are seeing now will continue to happen. Again, these are just my 2 cents about what we are seeing. It may or may not be different from what you think. So we are really open for a healthy exchange of opinions. Also, I feel like I need to tell you guys that just because Ethereum is rallying higher these days doesn't mean we've got this whole thing in the bag. Again, we have yet to see some momentum in Ethereum before we actually hold a firm grip onto this whole Ethereum being bullish thing. But hey, there are definitely a lot of people who still think that what we are seeing now is the start of something big in crypto. JP Morgan even thinks that crypto has found a floor because of the merge that is set to take place in Ethereum. So this is not at all something that we should be wary of. JP Morgan tells us that they think the market bottom could be in, all thanks to Ethereum's transition from proof of work to proof of stake. If everything goes well and the transition happens seamlessly, JP Morgan thinks that we might just be seeing Ethereum go bullish. You have plenty of reasons to believe that Ethereum will be bullish, and you can definitely disapprove with my statement because that's just me being skeptical about all this. Even though I really have a deep-seated feeling that we are totally being set up for something grand come the merge. So not only JP Morgan has his hopes up for this, even Coinbase is, as it already has a vision of being the world's top providers of staking services, claiming victory and dominion over the industry once everything takes off. Coinbase surely takes the saying, "The early bird gets the worm" very seriously, as it wants to be the only and best place for all investors to stake Ethereum. And this is not something that is impossible, because people like it when everything is convenient, and Coinbase has the capacity to do that. I also want to talk about Bitcoin and how the recently published inflation numbers will affect it. So as of now, with the US inflation standing at 8.5%, Bitcoin is rallying. This inflation rate is 20 basis points lower than what expert economists had initially predicted, suggesting that inflation has its all-time high back in June, and the Federal Reserve can make dovish sooner than expected. So this 8.5% of inflation is actually lower compared to the estimates that were around 8.7%, and very much lower as compared to last month's CPI numbers that stood at 9.1%. What does this tell us? Simple. A rally in crypto is becoming more and more feasible. As the inflation tends to go down, we are seeing a massive surge of investors being giddy about investing in Bitcoin and Ethereum, as well as other profitable cryptocurrencies. Each investor hoping to be a part of the rally that everyone expects to see. The CEO of Farpeak, Tom Farley, even said that people are now buying the Bitcoin dip, especially because it is the most stable and easiest asset to invest on without worrying about the safety of your money. Back when Bitcoin was 60,000, a lot of people already wanted to get a piece of the pie. And when we saw its value drop to 17K, we'd thought that investors would pull, and others would have a change of heart. But the opposite happened, and we still saw a lot of investors wanting to be Bitcoiners despite the volatility of Bitcoin's market. This is because Tom Farley, just like us, believes that Bitcoin is safe and trusted. Add that to the fact that the asset is censorship resistant, and there's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoins available while the demand for it continues to expand. The opportunities are definitely endless. Still, it's a risk that can only be taken by those who are bold enough to invest. And that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you were able to learn something out of what we've discussed. Remember that my thoughts may or may not be different from yours. So if you think that we are on the road to seeing Bitcoin and Ethereum being bullish, I completely understand. The signs are there. So you do you, and we'll see how things will play out in the coming weeks. One thing I'm sure of though, is that we would love to have you in our community. So do not hesitate to give us a like and subscribe to be a part of our crypto family. This has been Diversified Streams. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next video.